It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Chargers, next on Madden Football.
It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And off we go from SoFi. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida, a super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
I don't think it's hyperbole to say that when Anthony Richardson came out of the draft out of Florida, he was the greatest all-around athlete we'd ever seen at quarterback. 240 pounds, running 4.4, jumping 40 inches. He was the envy of defensive ends and linebackers that couldn't put up those numbers. Now, it's taken all those athletic traits and squeezing them into the quarterback position, maximizing all that physical talent to become the superstar he can be.
And he's brought down after a short gain. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. That one finds Josh Downs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Short side option here. He's running left. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And it's scooped up by the Chargers. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Man, this is a tough ask of your defense so early in a game, Brock, sending them out on short notice and a short field after you fumble it away.
But these are the critical moments defensively you got to live for, right? This is called sudden change. They practice this, and it's your time to put out this fire.
So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
True story. First time I saw Justin Herbert at a Pac-12 Media Days, I thought, that can't be Justin Herbert. That guy looks like a defensive lineman. He is massive. But then you watch him play and you realize he's one of those 6'5", 6'6" guys that's the athlete of a 6'2". The way that he moves so effortlessly, the way that rocket arm can throw the ball all over the field. Been hyper productive statistically. Kind of like that Fouts guy that wore the lightning bolt before him. On any given Sunday, this guy can put on a show. Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Bails out of the pocket quick. He'll try and run this. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Pass is caught at the 9. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Chance to stack some momentum if they can turn this turnover into 6. It's 1st and goal. This throw is caught. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot, 2nd down coming up.
Still set up at the 9. It's 2nd and goal. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. Give him 6 yards. That's going to set up 3rd and goal.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him a couple yards on that run, and this sets up 4th and goal.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. 1st down, didn't score. 2nd down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
So on 4th down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Brown's kick is up and good. And they're on the board.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's a return from the 7. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Colts with their offense out, their 2nd drive coming up. And their defense held up after that fumble, only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them, get some points of their own. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Sent to the ground by Khalil Mack.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Throwing now, Richardson. On target to his man Taylor. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Forced out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 35 out of that one. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Third and short yardage here, Richardson. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Taylor. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Now Richardson to throw. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Colts pull ahead 6-3 in the first. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Colts take a 4-point lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Darius Davis to return it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So the LA offense getting out there for their second drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Running it again with Dobbins. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
It's pretty obvious this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, you start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's a give inside to Edwards. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Play made by E.J. Speed.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. To the air this time, Herbert. That throw finds Johnston. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now Herbert to throw. He's got a man left. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a gain of 4 there. And it brings up an LA first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
From the pistol, it's Herbert. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Herbert from the gun. He finds McConkey. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Going for the first with Dobbins. And he's brought down for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
So on 4th down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Colts ready to take the field. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Option give to Taylor. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. To throw, Richardson. Hits him on the out route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 28 out of that play. And it'll be first down, Colts.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, well, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain. And boy, does he know how to operate in it.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Finds his man, Downs. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Here's Richardson. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
They'll throw again. Richardson. He's got it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Taylor will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. We've got a close one here. We're back to SoFi right after this. Time for the 2nd quarter here, and the Colts are thinking points. Another shot for Taylor, and he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Only a yard that time, a defensive stand brewing here, and it brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Taylor, and he's in for the touchdown. The Colts grow the lead to 7. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts grow their lead to 8. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running behind center with Edwards. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 31. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that makes it 3rd down.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
On 3rd down, Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60+. Wow, special teams highlight here. What a kick, downing it at the 1. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. They're looking at the entire field in front of them. A long drive ahead, Brock, as they start out very close to their own goal line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They go again with Taylor. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Colts gonna kick this away now on 4th, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. He sends this away, and oh, this is gonna be a field flipper. He spins right by him, and he's gonna get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And the Chargers take possession. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Now Edwards. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, second down.
It's plays like that, Kate, that I'm happy I'm the color analyst and you and your spotter are doing play-by-play, because that was a massive humanity, a whole bunch of bodies to sort through for 1 yard.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Putting a receiver in motion. 3rd and long for him here. On target to Dobbins. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
So once again, J.K. Scott out to punt it away. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. And his job's done, and it is a job well done. That punt fights deep into enemy territory, out of bounds at the 7. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. On the move, headed right. Now he takes it. He picks up 28 on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
They're set up at the 35 now. Straight ahead with Taylor. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, now this defense is in the driver's seat, Kate, right? When you make a stop like that on 1st down, now it's your discretion of just how aggressive you want to be following that play up.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Taylor again. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Richardson on 3rd. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs, but not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Rigoberto Sanchez on the punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 65 yards on the punt there. And they're going to take over possession. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Kenny Moore there to make the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 28. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Pickup of 5 on that play. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Across the 45 and still going. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
So all he needed to see right there before the snap. Defense way overcommitted to stopping the quick pass. Became really easy to hand it off and watch that running back do the rest.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Completed here to Johnston. And they're going to bring him down at the 36.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, well, those are welcome bonus yards.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. 1st down.
That is some old school brutality. An offense close to a 1st down, a defense that knows there's a run headed right its way. In a battle of wills, the offense gets it done.
Herbert on 1st down. Throwing the out route complete. That play gains 15 and it moves the sticks.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. To the air this time. Herbert brought in right side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Needing 10 yards now as they line up. It's 2nd and goal. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup. That moves him a little bit closer. 3rd and goal coming up.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
This is one of those many moments where I'm really thankful I'm in the booth and not on the field. Because in my day, defensive tackles couldn't run like that. This is not a statuesque QB. This guy can run. And it wasn't a linebacker or DB that chased him down. It was a big old D tackle. Tip of the cap to you, my big man.
So on 4th down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. Brown's kick is up and good. And that gets them back within 5.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Colts and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. And I know we're normally discussing his work leading the passing game, but wow, we've really had to take note of what he's done on the ground. He's leaned into that part of his game early. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the gun, Taylor. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Richardson back to throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Well, I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Taylor now up the middle. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. From the 39. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Terrific zone coverage. Wallpaper sideline to sideline. QB's got 2 options. Wait for a hole to open or tuck it to run. He chose the former, but the pass rush showed up before any throwing lane did.
The Chargers into a nickel set. 3rd down. Throwing now, Richardson. amazing concentration. That deep ball was tipped, but he still caught it. All the way, touchdown, Indy! The Colts hold an 11-point advantage. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts push the lead up to 12. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Chargers start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. A play fake, now Herbert to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He takes it himself. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Dobbins gets it off the option. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Herbert from the gun. He puts some air under this one, deep right. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Short pass brought in. On the move, past the 40. They get 28 out of that play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Back to throw, here's Herbert. He's on the move. He's running with it. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
From the 26 on 2nd down. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. That's one he knows he should have had. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Throwing from the gun here. Through the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And the Chargers will have a first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Finds a man right side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second down now, 7 to go. It's Herbert once more. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Third and just 2 to go. Herbert throwing again. From the pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So on 4th down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Brown's kick is up and good. And the lead is back down to 9.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
So we've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. Josh Downs to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. The Colts offense getting 1 final possession here in the half. And with a 2-score lead, partner, they've got the option to sit on that, or they could try something really aggressive to end the half. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. First down throw here from Richardson. Finds his man, Downs. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Completed over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. On first down, it's Richardson. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. They'll throw again, Richardson. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. He'll throw it. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Another punt coming up for Rigoberto Sanchez. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. We saw former rushing champ Jonathan Taylor be a big-time factor in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. These two teams heading out of the tunnel, and we're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott. Kate?
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's a give inside to Edwards. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Has it downfield, working the left. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers cut the lead down to just 2. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Colts headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Richardson. On target to Downs. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Play action with Richardson. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Derwin James picks it. And the Chargers bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Herbert now off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Now here he goes. 2nd and 3 now. Throwing now, Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
He beams one deep right side. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. Nice punt here, up and angled towards the sideline. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Short side option here. He's running left. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Complete out to the right. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They're running the option, short side, and he's brought down for a loss.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Flush down out to his left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. It's a 21-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down, Colts. Here's Taylor. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
2nd down carry for Taylor. He's contained at the line for no gain. Stopped by Deion Henley. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Richardson on 3rd. complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
All set up now for 1st and 10. To throw, Richardson. This throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. Second and 3 now. Richardson back to throw. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1. It's 2nd and goal. Taylor. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Colts push this to an 8-point game. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. That crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts push the lead to 2 scores now. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A give right side to Dobbins. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Herbert from the gun. Into traffic, complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Back to throw, here's Herbert. Finds him over the middle. Good little rip there, looks like about 6. Play made by E.J. Speed. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll try the right side with Edwards. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Herbert. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
They'll send out the punting unit. J.K. Scott will kick it away. And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. And this punt is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Takes off right out of the read option. He's foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Stopped by Deion Henley.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that, but let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Chased out to his right. He's running for it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He finds Woods.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They send him left out of the slot. Straight ahead with Taylor. His push straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Taylor. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
New set of downs is not off to a real good start here, Kates. And I know every yard counts in this league, but that lone yard, it's not going to really change what they're thinking about doing here on 2nd down.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. This time it's a passing play. He's on the move. Chargers bringing the pressure, and they got him! And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
This guy, Kate, he can create. He really is good out there. He's skilled when it comes to getting outside the pocket, which makes it all the more impressive. They contained him so well when he was clearly looking to generate something with his legs.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Throwing now, Richardson. Hauled in by Downs. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB, you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
Fourth down's going to bring out Matt Gay and the Colts field goal unit for the first time. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that grows their lead to 12.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. They're out and set, 1st and 10. To throw, Herbert. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Back to the air, Herbert. That throw finds Johnston. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Third and just 2 to go. Going for the first with Dobbins. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st and 10, Herbert. Finding Hurst. And he's going to be marked down 5 yards short of that first. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Herbert back to throw. He completes it in traffic. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Receiver gets it on the handoff. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. But let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Motioning the tight end now. 2nd and 8. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Herbert on 1st down. On target to Dobbins. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing now, Herbert. A quick slant. Here's McConkey. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Handoff headed right, it's Edwards. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers now within 1 score in the 4th. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Downs on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Option give to Taylor. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Richardson on 3rd. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. This one intended for the running back. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
The Colts ready for the punt. And he's been getting all of it every time out. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. Starts his return from the 23. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. This one returned for 11 yards. And it'll be their football. The Charger offense making its way to the field. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now Herbert to throw. Throw left side, complete. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Chargers will have a first.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Herbert with a blitz coming. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Herbert from the gun. Finds McConkey. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They gain 14 on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Dobbins trying the right side. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Rolling left, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they cut it down to within a field goal.
I bet you, Kate, if we were down there right in his mind as that ball sailed good through the uprights, his mind was already thinking about the next one. If this score holds and he gets another opportunity, well, the game could be on the line with that one.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Taylor now up the middle. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 29. On target to his man Taylor. And this one doesn't go far.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner and really importantly as a check down outlet on short throws.
To the air, 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going, but that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Fields this at the 19. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And the Chargers take possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play action now for Herbert. Gets everything he has under this throw. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. Picked up by Jalen Jones. Man, not a lot of arms in the league can deliver that throw from half the field away. Unfortunately, it ends up with the other team.
Yeah, not many today, Kate, and I would argue not many in the history of the game. It's a short list. I'll put Jeff George and John Elway. Jay Schrader had an absolute cannon. But you also got to have the smarts to know when to unleash a rope like that. Decision-making, not nearly as qualified as the pure arm talent on that throw.
The Colts offense set to head out. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. He's got Pierce. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Taken in by Pierce. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
I think one of my first welcome to the NFL moments, Kate, was my first rookie mini camp. And in the West Coast system, and Mike Holmgren, who taught like Bill Walsh, it wasn't just getting a completion. It was putting it right on the spot so the receiver could do damage like we just saw.
Gets this to Woods. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running right, this is Taylor. Across midfield to the 45. And he's all the way down to the 36. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
First down, ball at the 36. Taylor again. And he's tackled for a short gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Richardson back to throw. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Richardson. Catch is made down the right sideline. They strike for 23 yards. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Has it down close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Colts parlay the interception into points. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
Point after upcoming, this for a 2-score lead to potentially clinch the win. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Colts push the lead to 2 scores now. And look at this return. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. Their offense running back out now. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They send a man in motion. On 3rd down, Herbert. Hauled in by Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. They connect for the 1st. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
He's on the move. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Here's 2nd and 5. Escapes the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Chargers at a 2-score deficit. And the Colts into the dime set for 3rd down. Here's Herbert. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Colts get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideout. And as that defense comes off the field clean, making the stop, Brock, they've got to feel that they're just moments away from this victory.
Yeah, the odds would tell you that. Certainly a 2-possession lead this late ought to do it, but crazy things happen in this league every week. So don't go taking that jersey off until your offense hopefully runs out the clock.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. They put a receiver in motion right. They go again with Taylor. He's out in the clear. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun, Taylor. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. They give to Taylor, right side. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third down, 1 yard to go. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He has the first over the middle, and he's brought down at the 17-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be first down, Colts.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Colts pick up the win in this one. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.